We watching the Police Predator by Let's check it out.
About 2.5 years ago, I made my first Catching Predators on Discord video. After being heavily inspired by seeing Quibbit's video, I just blatantly ripped him off, but worse. And I would say it went pretty well.
We want to kill you.
You're gonna kill me?
I'm gonna find you and shoot you in the face. Is that your girlfriend? Hey.
Sure, why not?
I'm gonna find her.
My general strategy was to go to Omegle, a site where you can talk to random strangers, and then find old men who had Discord, and then add them to catch them for a video. At this point, I wasn't working with police or anything because I was 16 and clueless, but I did show their faces in my videos in hopes they'd get recognized. I completed the video in like a week, and it's a video that blew up my first channel, and I thought, wow, what a job well done. Little did I know that missing one little detail would spark a fire in my life that still burns to this day after 2.5 years, because one of them was a high-ranking police officer.
Damn, not even surprised.
There were two predators in that video that stood out to me when recording it. Flan76 and Corvette694. Flan76 thought I was the decoy's brother and he was saying he was gonna R-word the girl that he somehow still believed existed, and Corvette694, who when I called, he appeared to be at work or some sort of school or building. I couldn't make out where this dude was because he was calling me from his 3DS, but it clearly wasn't his house. Unfortunately, the guy who said he would R-word the girl overtook my attention because it was so shocking to me, and it was the first predator I ever tried confronting, and to this day, probably still the most verbally aggressive.
I'm gonna bash your head in with a brick. You know
All
how many
right.
girls up there?
Wow.
30. I've killed 30 girls.
You've killed 30-year-olds.
But my attention very soon shift. See, I edit all of my own videos for the most part, and if you've ever edited a YouTube video, you know how long and dull it can be at times.
Yep.
But I decided to show my friend Liam the timeline of the video, basically just so he could see all of the work that I put into the video. I showed him everything up until we got to the person, Corvette694. Corvette694 was the individual I mentioned with the 3DS camera, but what I didn't mention is he also sent a picture before the video call, one of which I glossed over, but that was very important. Upon seeing it, my friend Liam pointed out something in the bottom right corner of the picture,
4K.
something I had no idea what it was until he goes, "Is that a badge?"
Bruh.
We freaked out realizing the man talking to was a cop. And at this moment, I decided I'd bring down this police predator. No matter how long it takes, I would stop at absolutely nothing.
That's right.
At this point, I've decided to dedicate every fiber of my being to finding this man. Not that there was much else straining my life, it was COVID in the middle of 2020. The problem about the situation I had was, I know almost nothing about this guy. How do I find someone based off an appearance and minuscule details about themselves? It seemed almost impossible, but I was up to the task, even with what little information that I had. What I do know is that I got him off of Omegle at around 1 AM. He was 56 in Pennsylvania, liked riding motorcycles, and was a cop of some sort. He's also apparently been with a 17-year-old. Not that that's helpful, just weird. This was around mid-2020, around the time of all the police protests when they were going on, from all the George Floyd stuff, rest in peace. And I'm sure he heard a lot of the phrase fuck 12, but I guess I got confused and took it literally. Bro heard fuck 12 and said I already have. Anyways, it was time to begin my search. I started by probably doing the most inefficient thing that I possibly could, which was literally just looking at staff directories for different police departments in Pennsylvania. Surprise, surprise, it didn't amount to anything. I also tried reading the text on his badge for any assistance or pieces of words, but it was so small and pixely that there was no way I could make anything out no matter how hard I tried. I tried reverse image searching the picture, but alas, there was nothing on it either. At least it meant I was special when he sent that picture to just me. I then had another idea, which I felt pretty smart for. When you take any picture, there's hidden data within it that generally tells you where the picture was taken, and if you're lucky, maybe more. It's called image metadata, which I tried to get on the picture he sent me, but that also fell through because it didn't really have anything on it, not even his location. I was pretty much stumped at this point. I knew he had to be out there and wasn't far, considering I knew his job roughly and what he looked like. Yet I had nothing concise. If only I had something used to uniquely identify him to search up to see if I could get any more information. Maybe like a username?
Damn.
It had somehow completely slipped my mind to Google up his username, which would have been far more effective than going on a goose chase for an hour over 3 pixels. I blame my 16-year-old self for that, okay? I wasn't as experienced in the stalking field as I am now. Modern Oma is a much better stalker, I promise. Anyways, after searching the name, I found a Twitter page under @Corvette694 with the name Gary L. Jeffers. It had no concise information that could lead me to believe this was our guy, because there was like a 30-year-old man in the picture, except he was on a motorbike. You know who else likes motorbikes? Corvette 694. Now, I wasn't positive this was our guy or even confident, but I definitely took note of this. The only other thing we really found was a review of gun shells from 2018, which again isn't really anything, but it tracks with his interests, especially if he's a cop.
The leads pretty much ended there. There was nothing else on the open web that I could find about anything under the Corvette 694 username. So I went to the dark web. Kidding, I actually didn't do that at all. I decided to run with the name on the Twitter account because the only lead we really had left. I hopped to Facebook and looked up Gary Jeffers, Pennsylvania, and lo and behold, a gold mine of information was waiting for me. I won't show it for privacy reasons, but there I found an account of a man named Gary Jeffers from Carlisle, Pennsylvania, who
Damn.
both resembled Corvette 694 from Discord and worked at an army depot as lieutenant. That's right, this wasn't no normal cop. This was a government official. The nail in the coffin was after scrolling onto the Facebook page we found the exact same motorcycle picture from the Twitter account, linking Gary Jeffers himself to the Corvette 694 username and Discord account. I was pretty sure we had our guy.
I felt so like powerful and strong in this moment. I'm not saying I'm Sherlock Holmes, but if there were a real life Sherlock Holmes, it would probably be me, okay? I'm just saying. But as they say, when you break down one wall, an even bigger wall is there waiting for you. And that's the very problem I faced. This is also around the time my crippling depression kicked in. The problem we faced is we had no real solid evidence on the guy. The chat logs weren't super sexual in nature, and the call was less than smooth. But if I wanted to put this guy away, I need more. The problem was that his Discord was not accepting friend requests, so I couldn't add him on another alt. His Facebook and Twitter had messages disabled, and any phone number I could find under his name was inactive. To this day, I've still not found a phone number for this man. I had absolutely no means to contact him. Maybe a carrier pigeon because I knew where he lived, but what am I going to do with that? It's not like I could just mail him a 15-year-old and see what he does with it. The problem summed us pretty much the rest of that day, despite knowing now who he was and what he does online. It wasn't that useful considering we didn't have super solid evidence on him until I took a fat shot in the dark.
Omigo down.
How do you get in contact with an uncontactable man? No number, no means to message him, but we did know one thing. I'd found him on Omegle pretty late at night on a specific tag, so maybe I could get him again. The odds were in no way in my favor, but it was really the only choice I had. At around 5:30 a.m., we decided to take back to Omegle. It's not like we might find him again, right?
If this guy says Corvette, bro, I'm losing my shit.
I'm waiting for it, bro. I'm waiting for it to say Corvette. Let me check.
I don't think he knows.
Why the fuck do you not know your Discord thing?
Within 10 minutes of being on the site, we encountered somebody who was the same age as Gary and from the same area. We were pretty much freaking out because what are the odds we might manage to find the same guy we're looking for on Omegle again the very next night?
Clarifying, now that I'm recording, I went on the same tag that I originally found Gary, right? Around the same time. This is a dude from Pennsylvania, the same exact age, by Harrisburg. Where Gary is from is by Harrisburg.
But the way he described himself.
I think he does have blue eyes though. The brown hair, that's cap, that's gray. But 225 is pretty realistic. He is a fat guy.
What if he's at work right now?
He was at work the last time I talked to him.
I know, that's just what's weird. How they fucking not know?
I was really bored. I was like, alright, I have nothing else to do. What more can I do? So like, let's just fucking see if he's on Omegle. It's a long shot, but it is what it is. And then boom, 56.
Was this the first one?
No, I've been on for like 5-10 minutes.
Unfortunately, upon trying to get his Discord to send to us, we got disconnected.
He's a cop.
You should see if he goes after, like, the
No!
We searched for about 10 more minutes until we found the same guy.
Please be him. Let's go! Let's fucking go! Please. 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 Yes! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Corvette.
Come on,
Corvette.
come on, come on, come on, money roll.
Corvette.
Oh, when you stop typing, you fucking shitter.
Fucking
Come
Corvette.
on, this has to be in.
Oh my god!
Yo!
Oh my fucking god!
Damn.
Oh
Oh my god!
Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god!
Words cannot describe how insanely gassed I was considering the odds. We had no means of contact with this man, and by pretty much dumb luck, we managed to find him again on Omegle and get a second shot at incriminating him. I guess that fuck 12 model really stays true because there he was looking for more young girls. We managed to get each other added on Discord, and the intellectual conversation commenced. I was looking for you. Man, I was looking for you too. Cool. I wish I was there. What would you do if we were together?
Kiss your neck.
We could take our time, make it at last, lol. I sent this beautiful image of him literally on his way to work while we're talking. I then told him I was surprised to find someone close by, which to his response was, me too. Love to slowly undress you. I said, I'd let you. To which he kind of started role-playing, kissing down your body. Ooh. Circling my tongue around your nipples. Yeah, this guy was different. He talked about getting a hotel and got more sexual, but the jig was pretty much up. He really solidified himself when he straight up sent the PP picture, so we kind of got all we needed out of that conversation. I'll leave the entire chat log in the description. Do you want me to
that
be
shit
first?
is
Yeah, okay, man. I would lick your put. At
Yo.
this point, his fate was mostly sealed. I just really needed something even harder hitting, so I got an idea. I wanted to catch him on camera talking and actually saying what he wanted to do, so it was irrefutable to anyone who saw the evidence what he was doing. The problem arises when I don't exactly sound feminine, but hey, that's what women are for. I texted a female friend and arranged for her and Gary to hop in a video call, posing as the girl I was texting him as. I taught her how to set up OBS to record the call because at the time I wasn't technologically advanced enough to know how to middleman a Discord call like I do now. We arranged for the call to happen the next day, and I would say it went pretty well.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Just chilling.
Yeah. I was just asking you if you got away from your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So how are you?
I'm
Yeah,
good.
that's
That's
fucked
good.
up.
What do you want to
Nice
talk about?
pride,
I'm
but
not
yeah,
used to
that's
this kind of
fucked up.
stuff.
Yeah. I don't care. Anything you want to talk about.
But anything you want to talk about?
So what do you like to do?
I don't know. I play basketball. And,
Yeah.
hey, can you turn your camera on?
Can I turn my camera on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so what do you want exactly?
What do I want? I don't know.
Like, from me?
I don't know. Talking and who knows? Depends what you want. I don't want to do anything you don't want to do.
Maybe if we met up somewhere.
What would you want to do? Are you just curious?
Yeah.
What? What would you want me to do?
You say what you want me to do.
Well, I'd like to kiss you,
Yeah, that sounds really nice. What else would you want to do?
brush you, kiss you, all over.
Do you want to plan
like
a
Yo,
Yeah.
damn. Yeah,
Do you want
okay,
to plan a time where we can
knock
like
'em up.
well, it would be my first time, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I have to go, but I'll talk soon cuz my mom keeps walking in and this is kind of getting steamy, so I want to wait a little bit before anything happens and we get deeper in the
Okay.
conversation and stuff, but I love talking to you.
I'll be on later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So, the
Yup.
dust was settled. The evidence was there, and Gary was hornier than ever after having a 15-year-old
Hornier
lust
than
over
ever.
him in the voice call. I had all the evidence I thought I needed, including basically a verbal confession. It seemed over, but that's exactly it. It seemed over. You see, nothing about Gary can be simple. There's always some kind of issue, which is exactly what I've ran into. I called his local police department and offered up all the evidence I had, and they basically told me there is nothing they can do. What? All that research, carefully pinpointing a random man's identity over
protecting that
small
man.
details on Discord, and then completely by a shot in the dark finding him again on Omegle just to catch him. All of that for the police to basically tell me they don't know how to
Yeah,
handle it
fuck
and to
them.
call
Fuck
someone
them,
else.
bro.
I didn't
Swear.
record it, unfortunately, but from what I remember, they basically told me to call someone else because they can handle it. Am I supposed to send out the bat signal or something? Another common approach I take is messaging as many family members that I can of people who know the predator. However, the only people I could find relevant to him were old as fuck and didn't really use Facebook or other social medias. And to this day, I still don't know a single person he may actually know in real life. So his real life is pretty much still a mystery to me. I actually did get one response from like a half niece or something, or someone who may know him. I shared everything I had with her, and her response was literally just, ugh. And then I never heard from her again. Sorry for inconveniencing you, I guess. I mean, me personally, I'd want to know if a predator is in my family, but hey, that's just me. How do I bring down a man who basically has no known family, and the police basically tell me to screw off? I should also mention, I did try to contact his workplace very heavily, but at this time, I could find no phone number for wherever he worked. It was like some weird government office that I couldn't find a public number for. I knew where it was, but because he was a government member, wherever he was located was like through 30 different directories, so anyone I could connect to had no idea who he was or where he would be. It was so infuriating somehow, no matter where I looked. Nobody
that's
knew this
tough.
man.
That's
Feeling
tough.
both accomplished and defeated, I inquired from another predator catching YouTuber in the site that they used to anonymously report people from within their own videos. And I passed all of the information on to them. It wasn't the victory I wanted, nor that I was aiming for, but for the time, it's what I could get. But I don't know what the direct result with this particular instance was. Gary deleted all of his messages about a month later. I don't know if it was a result of me messaging one of the family members who responded, or he was somehow notified about what happened or investigated. But who knows, maybe he did get in some type of trouble. But there's nothing to me to suggest that. It wasn't the win I was aiming for, but it's all I could do, for the time being. You see,
Yeah,
there's a
at
whole
least you did
second part to
something,
this
at least you did
storyline,
something.
because you know I could not let that slide. Gary may have evaded the harsh consequences of his actions in this instance, but trust me, it does not remain that way.
She's pretty good way. Damn. That was some tough shit, you know? But, you know what? Thanks for watching. Peace out.